The 2K Sports pregame show.
On the floor for the visiting Dallas Mavericks. At center. At the point.
And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Jazz in Utah. A three-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Derrick Rose is out there with Bryant. Then there's Marion. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Garnett. To the middle, outside for Lowry. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Lowry's got himself on the board with 3 there. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
Here's Lowry, following the score by Dallas.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
You know, and talking about Lowry, you see his shooting percentages didn't change much, but his output sure did. I mean, averaging 17 points and 7 assists a game the past 2 seasons. He also converted more threes. I mean, there's very little he can't do on the offensive end.
You know, getting back to Lowry, I really admire his aggressiveness. On the break in the half-court set, doesn't really matter. He's really the guy who makes it happen for his team. And he's a potent straw stirring that drink.
And it's sent back by Russell. And so just over a minute and a half played. Lowry drawing the double team. Thompson outside. And Lowry has it in the corner. Again, the miss by Lowry.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Nowitzki. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
And it's Lowry again missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Nowitzki kicks to Rose. Lets it go with a 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Rose has got 5 points so far. Kobe against Thompson. He dishes it to Lowry. Garnett with a screen on Rose. The drive by Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it. Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the 2nd most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
They need this one. That's good. Lowry's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, not a good start for him offensively. Just 2 of 8 from the field, but his confidence has not waned.
Rose kicks to Embiid and stolen by Russell. Thompson in the corner. Good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Embiid. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Lakers. Kobe, the pass to Rose. That's good. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Clippers trail by 5. Lowry dishes to Garnett. Back to Lowry. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Lowry's got 7 points.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Bryant. And Thompson kicks to Garnett. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out. And I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, "You know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint." Makes sense, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And here's Thompson. Dirk Nowitzki getting his 3 to go. Lowry kicks to Granger from 11 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. And so here are the Clippers, trailing by 5. Clippers moving the ball around. Thompson from long range.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after them. And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him. But I think you have to give them credit for at least taking the risk.
Yao checked in for the Mavericks. Barnes comes in for Sean Marion. Now here's Thompson. Screened by Russell. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Steve Nash, he's checked in for Dallas. And stolen by Yao. Kobe kicks to Barnes. Rebound by Kyle Lowry.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Thompson against Barnes. Thompson passes to Granger. Clock at 6. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Schrempf comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Mayo in for Kyle Lowry.
Last season for Danny Granger, more injury woes. One of the premier small forwards in the game. At one point, his knees just haven't recovered. Really hard to watch him play the way he's able to play now.
Now Mayo, Dirk Nowitzki missing from long range. Kicks to Thompson. Shot from 12. Here's Russell. Yao with the block. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Kobe, and it's blocked. And now the Clippers on the break. Mayo's running, and the layup is good. Mayo's got his first points of the game.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Nowitzki, good.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now, here is Schrempf. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Thompson kicks to Russell. Again, Russell missing.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now, here is Schrempf. Dishes it to Granger. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Granger's got 7.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now Mayo, Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Thompson outside. Screened by Russell. Yao with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Reedy's checked in for Los Angeles. Parker comes in for Klay Thompson. And then for Dallas, Jeremy Lin comes in for Kobe. And Barea subbed in for Steve Nash. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Schrempf dishes to Parker. The shot misses. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Dallas has gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. And stolen by Russell. Now, here is Schrempf, guarded by Barea. Passes to Mayo. Reed kicks to Parker. That one's good from the corner. And the Clippers lead by 2. The Mavericks shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Barnes kicks to Lin. Back to Barnes. Wants to get it to Lin and does. Yao, the pass to Barnes. Second shot opportunity, and J.J. Barea the bucket on the assist by Barnes. Barea's got it all tied up now for Dallas. Parker outside. The second chance effort. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the dunk by Barnes.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Dallas. Mayo drives in. Yao with the block. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Mavericks. Harris comes in for Jeremy Lin.
Tyson Chandler, Devin Harris.
1:06 left to play here in the first. The Mavericks leading. Harris outside. from about 16. Another shot, and the layup good by Yao. Yao's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Parker drives in. It's blocked.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Harris gets the assist. And now a 6-point Dallas lead. L.A. has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Can they get it? That's good. Parker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and boom, right to the rack.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Barnes kicks to Yao. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Russell, a screen on Harris. Here's Mayo. Sweet little floater.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center. And Clippers head coach Doc Rivers told us earlier he wants to embrace criticism and
expectations are good. I try to remind my players.
Doc Rivers is really a master motivator, isn't he? I mean, it's sure almost jiu-jitsu, the way he takes something like criticism and Clark turns it into a compliment.
How could you not want to play for Doc? I mean, he's the ultimate players coach and the kind of guy his players would do anything for. He's played the game, and he's a tremendous communicator.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavs.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Chandler out there with Marion. Then there's Kobe. Then there's Embiid, and it's Barea in a point.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Thompson dishes to Reed. And the rejection by Embiid.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column. And that's what's translated to this lead.
Danny Granger is checked in for the Clippers. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Rose comes in for J.J. Barea. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well? And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Clippers trail by 9. Lowry with the ball. He's got 7. Pulls up, high post, and the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. Rose with the double team. Granger passes to Lowry. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lowry's got 9 points. Well, great for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
At the top of the key, Lowry. That's Lowry again missing.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leading the column.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
And it's Garnett at the elbow. There's the bucket. Good.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Reed with the steal. Thompson right side. All alone. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Rose. Kobe kicks to Mary. Dallas moving the ball around. Embiid breaks a big high bounce and goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Rose against Lowry. Garnett outside. He kicks it to Granger. Three-pointer. And he gets it to go. And 12 points for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Thompson against Kobe. Now, here is Reed. T right on him. From past the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nowitzki with it. Now Garnett defending. And Embiid throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Granger outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Reed. Garnett left side. Takes the 13-footer. That's good. Garnett's got 6 points. Mavericks leading by 8. Bryant dishes to Nash. To the middle. Mary.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor. And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season.
Shots good by Kobe.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The drive by Lowry, and he gets the bucket. Lowry's got 14.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Well, last season they won 50, Greg, as you just said. That marked Clark the 12th time. It happened since 2000.
Well, clearly this franchise has been committed to winning. I mean, you hear that from a lot of franchises, but they often aren't willing to take the risk that the Mavericks take. The Mavs do a good job of putting their money where their mouth is.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mayo's checked in, and then for Dallas. Yao, he's checked in for Embiid, and it's Barnes in for Sean Marion. And Nowitzki, wide open, he fires. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. 18 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Clippers trail by 9. Outside Lowry. A baseline J. Here's Garnett. And he gets it to go from the high post. Garnett's got 6 in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Kobe, that's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
It's been quite a game for Dirk Nowitzki.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A different look for the Clippers. Russell, he's checked in for Reed, and Tony Parker subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Mayo.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place. When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Garnett with the screen for Parker. Garnett, the screen. Back to Parker. That's short off the rim. Mavericks leading by 8. Nowitzki for 3. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
His three-pointers off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Detlef Schrempf's checked in for Thompson. J.J. Barea's checked in for Dallas. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, when you look at O.J. Mayo's statistics over the past few years, nothing really stands out. But then you watch him in games, especially in clutch moments, and he can seem like the most dangerous guy on the floor. A scary, deep-range shooter who loves to take defenders one-on-one. Barnes passes to Nowitzki. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Mavericks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. He's got 21 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Bill Russell with the shot.
Dallas leading by 6. Down low. They get a hand on it. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Barea. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists tonight. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Schrempf with it. Guarded now by Barnes. To the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Moving it up. Outside Mayo. Yao with the block. Offensive rebound. Kobe kicks to Barea. Here's Nowitzki. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Screened by Russell. Here's Schrempf. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Schrempf's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
But they recover it. Kobe kicks to Nowitzki. To the inside. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 4 assists now tonight. Clippers trail by 12. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Rose is checked in. Back to Mayo. Pass to Parker. Inside. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Mayo.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Parker outside. The pass to Garnett. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Parker kicks to Russell. Parker outside. With the teardrop, it's rebounded by Dallas. Barea dishes to Rose. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists now in this one.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's...
And that concludes the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Dirk Nowitzki was the story in the first quarter. He had 23 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent...
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
We've got Danny Granger, Lowry out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Garnett, and it's Russell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas Clark. Good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And, Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
Both good from the line that time.
And, guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
The dish to Nowitzki. On the wing, Bryant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. 14 points for Kobe Bryant.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too. You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped, better at home on D than on the road. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
The wide open look here for Marion. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 16. And Thompson kicks to Granger, and he gets it to go. Granger's got 11 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Thompson in the corner. They get the rebound. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the other guys can just stay in their lanes.
Lowry kicks to Thompson. To the middle. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. The jump hook, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Garnett's got 12 in the game.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And
is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And the Clippers making a switch here. Reed's checked in, and he dunks it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Dallas leading by 14. Rose kicks to Marion. Back to Rose. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Marion kicks to Rose. Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Nowitzki for 3, and the basket good. Nowitzki's got 28.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Lowry passes to Russell. Feeds to Granger. Shoots from 12. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's 13 points for Danny Granger.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Russell a screen on Marion. Nobody near Granger. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Embiid, no good. Clippers trail by 13. Nowitzki with the steal. Bryant up top. Granger covering. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game. The Clippers have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Lowry kicks to Thompson. shot is off. Some solid defense from Bryant.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Here's Nowitzki, and he lays it straight in. Nowitzki's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Steve Nash checked in for Rose. Getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's
point,
why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
3-pointer, Granger. They get it back. Russell dishes to Thompson. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
2 points away team.
The feed to Reed. Back to Thompson. This one for 3.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Bryant has the open look. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it. Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And stolen by Granger. Now the Clippers moving it up. Pull-up jumper. That's tipped. Kicks it to Nash. He feeds it to Marion. Knocked loose.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans. You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Nash with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Russell a screen on Kobe, and Thompson kicks to Lowry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 21 points for Kyle Lowry.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Kobe, no luck.
That's not a sight you see very often. He has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Dallas leading by 12. Nash the pass to Nowitzki. Here's Marion, and Danny Granger gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Clippers. The Mavericks also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. Nash kicks to Kobe. Barnes dishes to Bryant. Releases. The Mavericks rebound. Dallas moving the ball around. Passes it to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Russell's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
And here's Lowry. 21 points in the game. Thompson outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the rebound goes to Nash. Jacks up a three. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant.
For three.
Bryant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Lowry kicks to Thompson. All alone. They get it again. There's the triple. And it's good. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
Nash drives in. That's good.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Granger. Schrempf comes in for Klay Thompson. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
2 shots.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Mayo, that's good.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
Rose, he's checked in for Dallas. Clippers trail by 14. There's 1:54 left in the 3rd. Parker drives in, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Barnes, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Barnes has got 13. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Dishes it to Schrempf. 1:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Rose goes in. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Russell's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Mayo, the pass to Parker. Out to Schrempf. A 3-ball. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Schrempf's got 7 points.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
And Bill Russell slams it in.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
And stolen by Mayo.
Right now, somewhere, he at the table with a